Links in the description. I'm going to read through most of the article. It's quite long. So, feel free to read through the article in your own good time if that's your preference. Trigger warning, it's a very, very sad story. It involves the death and torture of a child, of a young boy. So we'll go through that very thoroughly. Of course, condolences to all concerned. A father, 29 years of age, has been accused of abusing and murdering his son, 6 years of age, treated him like a punchbag, wanted to taser him, and asked someone to dig his grave the day before he died. A father accused of abusing and murdering his 6-year-old son treated him like a punchbag, a court heard. Thomas Hughes, 29 years of age, allegedly subjected the young boy, Arthur Labinjo-Hughes, to a brutal campaign of cruelty that met the medical definition of child torture. He and his partner, Emma Chustin, 32 years of age, are also alleged to have subjected the boy to systematic cruel behavior, including poisoning him with salt and forcing him to stand on a hallway step for 14 hours a day. Arthur was allegedly ordered to sleep on the floor and deprived of basic living comforts after moving into stepmother Emma Chustin's home during the first pandemic lockdown. The youngster was found with 125 areas of bruising on his body after dying from unsurvivable brain injuries in June 2020. A day before he collapsed, Hughes sent a message to a man asking him to dig Arthur's grave, and earlier sent Chustin a picture of a taser with a message which read, "Gonna thwack him." There's the boy, Arthur, and here's the accused father. I'm going to be careful with my words, but if it is shown that he's guilty, which, I probably shouldn't speculate, but hell has a special place for this POS right here. Chustin and Hughes both deny murder. Chustin has admitted one count of child cruelty, but denies 3 others. Hughes denies 4 counts of child cruelty. At the Coventry Crown Court, Hughes was today accused of treating his son like a punchbag. In cross-examination, Hughes was accused of being unable to control his temper and attacking Arthur, which he denied. Chustin's barrister put it to him, "You treated him like a punchbag, didn't you?" Hughes replied, "No." Arthur had been in the full-time care of Hughes after his mother, Olivia Labinjo-Hughes, was accused of killing her new partner, Gary Cunningham, in February 2019. She was found guilty of manslaughter and jailed for 18 years in September 2019. So just to clarify, if that's a little confusing, I know it can be difficult to listen to someone's boring voice, but if I understand correctly, little Arthur's biological mother was convicted and jailed for 18 years for manslaughter. So, he had already been subjected to horrific situations. I have read another article. I think the teachers were saying that he was a very troubled boy. He kept talking about death a lot. I think I read that in a separate article. Hughes and Chustin met on an online dating website, and he moved into her home near Solihull in the West Midlands, United Kingdom, with Arthur when the country entered lockdown. The pair are said to have subjected Arthur to violence and intimidation in brutal, controlling circumstances. Hughes was quizzed over messages sent to mother of 4 Houston, threatening to end and go to town on Arthur. So, I mean, seemingly, allegedly, the father sent multiple messages to several people, if I understand correctly, essentially saying that he's going to severely attack, if not kill, Arthur. So Hughes denied the texts indicated violence and denied wanting to buy a taser to use on Arthur. He sent a picture of a stun device to Houston with the caption, "Gonna thwack him." Prosecutors claim Houston shook and then slammed Arthur's head on a hard surface while alone with him at her council house in Cranmore Road on June the 16th last year. So I'll reread that. Prosecutors claim Houston shook and then slammed Arthur's head on a hard surface. She claims the stepmother claims the youngster Arthur died from self-inflicted injuries, a theory rejected by medical experts. Hughes is alleged to have intentionally encouraged the killing. Giving evidence, Hughes denied ever wanting his son dead and loved him more than anything. An expert suggested Arthur was given at least 34 grams of salt, equivalent to 6 teaspoons, leading to hospital readings which were off the scale. Hughes denied poisoning Arthur and denied being aware of any poisoning. The court heard how one witness claimed Arthur was too weak to even hold a glass of water to his mouth on the day before he collapsed. They also said his clothes looked dirty, his lips cracked, he could barely open his mouth to speak. So he was clearly malnourished. An emergency services phone call was made 12 minutes after Arthur was found unresponsive, and Houston claims that his head injuries were self-inflicted. She claims that he had banged his head while on the floor. Earlier in the trial, a medical expert believes that Arthur was shaken and slammed with very severe force. Okay, so, that's really that story there. The family did raise concerns about Arthur prior to his death. There was a home visit by social services, but no further action was taken, and the trial is still ongoing at this point. Again, prayers to the young boy who died, who was murdered seemingly. And, this is Emma Houston, the father's partner, and this is the father. So between them, or one or the other of them, or both, are fully responsible for Arthur's death, seemingly, allegedly, as far as I can ascertain from having read this article. So, Hughes, you're scum, and Houston, you are scum. I'm sure hell has a spot for you both.